Dr. Guleria, looking at the situation from where it was a month ago, where would you say India stands today as we cross that number of being number 2 in the world? We beat Brazil, and with current rate of growth, we will beat the United States by early October.
Yes, so I think the number of cases has increased significantly, and we are not seeing a downward trend, which is a cause of concern. At the same time, we must also remember that if we start looking at number of cases per million population, we're not that bad. So just because our population is so much, our numbers will be very large. And therefore, we need to develop strategies of how do we contain this. And like you said, that there are areas where numbers were less, and now we're seeing a rise in these areas. And there are multiple factors. One factor could be that we're testing more, so picking up more. But I think the other important factor is that we're having what I would call a COVID behavior fatigue. People were very vigilant and their behavior was very appropriate in the early stages of the lockdown. Now that has really sort of vanished, and therefore we need to develop strategies. It's easy for us to blame people and say that it's their fault. But as policymakers or as individuals or as physicians, we need to develop a strategy understanding this behavior. People are behaving like this because it's a natural phenomena of being locked down for a long period of time, and now you're trying to really sort of get frustrated and move ahead. So a strategy needs to be developed, keeping this behavior in mind. And I think we need to look at 4 or 5 things: reinforcing and being aggressive about wearing masks, physical distancing as we open up the economy, really not allowing crowds to dwell, because crowds are areas where you can have super spreaders and you can have a large cluster of cases.
Right. So
and also, yes.
No, I was just sorry. I was just asking Dr. Guleria, because in a way, do we send out mixed signals? On the one hand, we say that, oh, don't go out unless it's essential, keep physical distancing, but you're opening up offices. We are looking at the metro has opened today across India in many parts. When we know that now air-conditioned environments are a worry, where it may be basically offices, or it may be the metro, or it may be travel. On the one hand, you can't say go to shopping malls, bring the economy back to normal, and then tell people to also physical distancing and masks. In some areas now, they're saying masks may not be enough if you're working in, say, an office environment or a closed environment with an air conditioning.
So I was coming to that. So I agree with you. There are 2 things. One is opening up the economy, getting business back to normal. And secondly is taking preventive measures as far as COVID-19 is concerned. So there are 2 or 3 other things that we need to do. One is we now realize that there can be some degree of what we call aerosol transmission in indoor environments. Therefore, there has to be a strategy that either your air conditioning has to have a good amount of fresh air coming in, air exchange has to be very good. The simplest thing that you can do is keep your windows open. Now, it's not that hot, so you could keep your windows open so that there is good cross ventilation. Have a unidirectional flow in offices or in malls also, that people move in one direction, they don't cross each other. And develop strategies in offices of screening people, asking them not to come for work if they have fever or any influenza-like symptoms. So we will have to develop strategies both for factories, industrial work, and for offices, which has to be different. We have to develop a new normal, which has to keep in mind people's behavior also. And that is what we're not able to do currently. And we're having an increased surge in the number of cases.
In fact, Dr. Guleria, you're also part of top policy planning groups of the government on this. How worried are you now? You started by saying that it was not that bad by population and our mortality rate is still relatively low. But we're seeing that the disease is now spreading in rural areas where the health infrastructure is not as much in our big cities. We've seen how in Mumbai, Maharashtra, the situation is extremely worrying because it's 1/4 of India's total cases. How worried or concerned are you today by what's going on? What would you recommend to the government or even to the Prime Minister today must change immediately? Which are the states that are the big worry for you?
So there are 2 parts in this. One cause of concern is that we need to work aggressively in containing the increasing number of cases. So the containment strategies have to become as aggressive as they were in the beginning of the pandemic. There has been a little bit of fatigue at all levels, and we need to re-energize ourselves. So in terms of containment zones, in terms of testing of everyone in those zones, isolating them, making sure that there is no transmission, we need to do that very, very aggressively. At the same time, we also need to look at our health infrastructure, because like you said, in rural India and in smaller towns, we will need to look at how do we manage patients, because as the numbers increase, we will have an increasing number of people who will need to be in hospital and need to be managed. So a strategy needs to be developed in that sense also. so that in smaller towns and in districts, we have enough hospital beds, ICU beds are
Right.
there, and oxygen supply is there, and we are able to have some degree of telemedicine or teleconsultation so that patients out there get appropriate treatment.
Absolutely. So I think that needs to be the big focus of strategy, not to be developed, but I think almost we need to have it in place now before, as I said, the cases zoom up again in India and we are crossing world number 1. Thank you so much, Dr. Guleria, for joining me.